SXSW, the Onslaught. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Tomorrow, this one's wife appears on a panel at the South by Southwest conference taking place in Austin. She's purchased a place on that panel because anybody with any regard for their budget and with functioning brain cells would not pay for her to come and spout word salad at them. As a consequence of her circling the drain, the downward spiral that she is on, the opportunities for her grow fewer and fewer. Furthermore, with no big deals coming forward, she has to utilise other people's money through the donations that have been made to Archwell to purchase a place on a panel in order to try and ramp up her credentials as a feminist. Thus, as I explained yesterday, whilst ordinarily you would think, surely an organisation would need its collective heads examined if they were going to involve this one's wife in their event, where she's paying to attend, an organisation is content to take the money and utilise that for other purposes and allow that person a place, a slot, an appearance. We will, of course, be undoubtedly covering what this one's wife spouts when she makes her appearance in Austin. If you believe that it's going to be more frigid platitudes and beige word salad, you're probably not wrong. But undoubtedly, there will be some complete crap that she will spout that will be analysed, and we may well be subjected to the various puff pieces that originate from it, and we'll examine that in due course. But ahead of this, is it the case that there are hordes of individuals all thinking, fantastic, I've got to get myself to Austin to listen to the sage-like advice of this one's wife. There's nothing more that I enjoy than an empty individual with a rictus grin telling me how to live my life utilising fridge magnet platitudes. I'm going to stop everything and ensure that I get a ticket and turn up and get myself front and centre at the event where she is speaking. Do you think that there are plenty of people who are beating a path to attend and want to listen to her? Or do you think it's the case that people are shaking their heads at her inclusion, thinking that this is a poor move by Southwest and expressing their disapproval accordingly? Well, it's always useful to get a bellwether with regard to the way that this one's wife is regarded, and also in terms of understanding the mindset of any supporters that show themselves. And with that in mind, I decided to wander over to South by Southwest's Facebook page. And there I learn that they have some 634,000 followers. And the tagline is, South by Southwest dedicates itself to helping creative people achieve their goals. Well, this one's wife certainly isn't creative. She doesn't have a creative bone in her body, save when it comes to telling porky-pies. And scrolling down, we find featured, and from the 4th of March, announcing our final keynote session on March the 8th, International Women's Day. Join this one's wife, the Duchess of Sussex. Note how she once again insists on the use of the title. Katie Couric, Brooke Shields, Nancy Wang Yuan, and Erin Haynes. This one's wife has to be listed first because, of course, she's paying for it, and she stipulates that her title's used because, after all, without it, she's a nobody. But what do people think about her attendance? Well, here are some of the comments that give you a good indication as to what's going on. Denise Gould writes, this one's wife married a whining and lying prince. Cosplaying a humanitarian is a grifter. All we want from this one's wife is absolute silence as she fades into the background of unimportant, unrecognised, average existence. Kathy Newton, oh, South by Southwest, you were about to get Markled. You should have done your homework on her. It's going to be a shit show. Kylie Kerr, Congratulations, South by Southwest. You're about to get markled. Sue Hart, oh my word, how the mighty fall. From royalty with the world at your feet to a D-list panel where you're not even the main character. Ha ha, love it. Mandy Hilton, well, if the so-called power of women consists of ignoring your own father and having a bash at our own beloved queen who served her country better than her indoors could ever do, then you can shove feminism where the sun don't shine. Esther Trevino, interesting. She doesn't own that title anymore and we all know it. She's a couple of seasons hit, one-show actress. We have nothing to learn from her. Catherine Newetton pops up again. Hashtag African Parks. Inasha de Zazoya. Oh well, the wrong sort of publicity, having this one's wife on there. Anne-Marie Yespen. What does this one's wife know about leadership? All their staff have left, so maybe she just leads towards the exit. Remember Bill Simmons? Going from Spotify to Lemonada is hardly a move up. Pat Blakely, this one's wife, there goes your credibility. You will be taking attention away from very hard-working, talented people who talked you into this one. Shame on you. Sheila Johnson, will the women of the Baka in Africa be mentioned? Pamela Carras, though Rachel said she was the voice for women, especially women of colour, I would like to know why the abused women and children in Africa haven't heard her voice. Guessing if she cannot profit from it, she doesn't care. She is not the voice of any woman. She is not a humanitarian. Julia Lynn, is this one's wife going to count this as her 1 hour of work for the week? Robbie Klein, one of those women is only recently involved in public life, and the most noteworthy thing she has done was marry a royal. 2 of those women have decades and decades in public life, and one of those in what was a predominantly male career field. It's disgusting and belittling the manner in which this announcement was written. Additionally, we are no longer under British rule, and this is America. Nor is she a representative of the British government on official duties. She isn't British, and her connection doesn't even live there anymore. Really, with the title, thanks for the laughs, I bet her speech has more eyes than all the others combined. Kay Collins, I want to hear her talk on the Africa Parks allegations and what she intends to do about it. Susie Hoadley, why this one's wife? I'm curious what she has to say that is of any value to your attendees. Jim Carner, really ashamed to add this one's wife to the mix. It detracts from women who have really made a difference. Stephanie Carpenter, prepared to be markled. Silvana Rossi, ask the ex-royal about the moon bumps. Amy Rothlin, a feminist is someone loyal to their friends, kind to family. A feminist is not a bully. This one's wife uses people, bullies them and discards them when they serve no useful purpose to her. What kind of woman doesn't let her children have a relationship with their grandparents? Come on, South by Southwest, you can do better. Annie Joseph, what is this self-professed feminist who, according to her husband's book, is in floods of tears and collapsing to the floor at the drop of a hat, going to do about the Africa Parks allegation? After all, she did say to be silent is to be complicit. Tammy Hinshaw, if this one's wife is involved, that's a hard pass. Terry Weller, I'd rather get stabbed in the eye with a rusty nail. That's a selection of some of the comments that have appeared in the comment section on their own Facebook page, repeatedly protesting about her involvement. And you'll notice that it's all done based upon evidence. The silence about the Africa Parks situation, the conversations about how she has behaved towards family, the fact that she's not actually a feminist. And it's not just the odd comment, again and again and again. But it's also important for the purposes of balance to point out that there are those there that are supportive of this one's wife also. But you'll notice a bit of a contrast, not just because they're being supportive, but in the way that it's written and the language. Pat Starkey, Duchess of Sussex, you rule supreme. Love all your talks and know you will be stunning as always. Robin Herbst, glad to see such a broad and well-known panel. Glad to see the subject getting visibility. Good for you, South by Southwest. Arian Lindsay, wonderful Duchess, misspelt, of Sussex. Claudette McGee, this is awesome. This will definitely be fire with this group of queens. Love, love, Duchess, misspelt, of Sussex. Teresa Torgbor, she is a grown woman, very intelligent, articulate and class. Go this one's wife. Valerie Fletcher, Duchess of Sussex, just beautiful, smart and amazing. Wonderful group of women. God's blessings to all of you. Judy Ushry McInnes, congratulations to all 5 wonderful women. Sending special love to the amazing Duchess, this one's wife. Christine Soriano, I'm so excited. Essie Lynn, love the Duchess of Sussex, brilliant choice, excellent speaker and knowledgeable. Adora Akoli, the magnificent queen, this one's wife, she's not a queen, greatness, intelligent and beautiful. I wish all your haters everything they wish you. I pray all your haters never experience happiness and love until they learn to be kind and stop following you like lapdogs paid by William to spread hate and bitterness. Pretty sugary response there. Sharon Jacobs, our beautiful Duchess, this one's wife, can't wait to hear what you have to say. Nokovala Dubey, show up, do good, this one's wife, and all these beautiful women, I can't wait. Notice that the complimentary ones are all of a similar ilk. Not only are they inaccurate in terms of talking about the fact that she's knowledgeable, but it's just basically calling her Duchess, where many of them can't spell it correctly, referencing her being a queen when she's not, because of course she is their queen, and a complete failure to recognise what she is, just talking about the fact that she's beautiful. Nothing of substance, because of course she is a woman of no substance. There is an onslaught of criticism, and one wonders if anybody at South by Southwest is taking note of the criticism, justified, articulately put forward, to realise we've buggered this up by allowing her to pay for a place. Interestingly, nobody's moderating that page to remove the criticisms of her. Perhaps they agree with it or they just can't be bothered. This one's wife, naturally, will only focus on the support that she receives and will ignore the criticisms. But this isn't just a few lone voices criticising her. It's again and again and again. And organisations such as South by Southwest are endangering their credibility and integrity by involving someone as this one's wife, something many other organisations have recognised by staying away from her. Even the fact that she is paid for a place is not worth the adverse consequences that arise from so much criticism of her involvement, and once again demonstrates how often people see her as the hypocrite that she is and how disliked she actually is, and that the support continues to wane from her. Invariably, much of the support there, clearly, is generated by bots. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.